Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at the June content update for Pokemon Go. We're going to see here already some of the highlights of this month. We're going to get Landorus, we're going to get the Zapdos, which is actually a Pokemon that I don't think we had this Pokemon for ages in raids. We're going to get Yveltal, we're going to get Ho-Oh, and we're going to get also Mega Rayquaza this month. So, already Rayquaza in the June, which is kind of cool for the people that missed out on this Pokemon last Go Fest. I think was the last time where this Pokemon was available. We can check through it here really quick. We're going to see here already that Zapdos is going to be in 5-star rates from June 1st, so actually in a few days already. Landorus is going to be available afterwards in the incarnate form. Nothing really says here that it's going to get Sancia Storm, which would be kind of cool. I think it could learn Sancia Storm, not too sure about it. If like people know that exactly, would love to see your comments down below in the comment section. While you're at it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the video. Forgot to say that in the beginning, but do that. Anyway, we're going to see here Yveltal as the next Pokemon, which we also haven't had for ages. A Pokemon that I would really like to see getting a buff in the next season. I already made a video about how to buff this Pokemon, so definitely check that one out as well. And then Ho-Oh, which is also a Pokemon that I still have to build for the Master League. I have the Shadow variant built for this one, but I kind of regret it. Anyways, Shadow Raid's going to be again Shadow Raikou, which I actually don't mind because I didn't get one, because yeah, just it's difficult to get the Shadow Raids done here, but definitely something I would be more interested in getting. So it is quite likely, I have to say, that with Shadow Raikou this time around, it's very likely that we're gonna have the next month again the Shadow Entei and then again Shadow Suicune for the people that missed out on it, which I feel like is kind of fair still. Yeah, it is kind of a repeat, but I don't actually mind it as like out of my point of view there. So now let's see. Next one going to be the events stadium sites, which we actually had already early on. I might make a video about this one as well eventually if there's going to be more things coming up anyway. Slumbering Sands, which seems to be kind of slumbering like about like sleep event, and I feel like this is kind of similar to something that we had before already, which was this one literally a year ago, basically for July 7th this time around for the Pokemon Go Plus Plus. And here we had, for example, the debut of like Komala. That is actually the English word. I was kind of worried that this was the German word, by the way, but it's not. So like the Komala, we might get like another research or whatever for like Snorlax, stuff like this. This was basically what we had last year with like Slackout and like all those Pokemon that were like kind of around Sleepy. Maybe something also towards like Sands, which is like here on there as well. So anyway, for all the events, feel free to really let me know your ideas towards them in the comment section, because I'm actually not native in English, so like yeah, I don't really know all of the things here, to be fair. But Spelunker's Cove, which is something which I think is like for like people that like to seek out stuff or whatever and just look at things. I don't know, like honestly, like let me know in the comment section what this actually means. But yeah, I think this might be something related to rock type Pokemon or something as well, which we're gonna see why I think this lay down as well. And then we're going to have Scorching Steps, which is very likely for like some fire type Pokemon as well. And we can actually take a look here real quick. What kind of fire type Pokemon are not available yet in Pokemon Go? And we're gonna see here Rotom Heat, unlikely. I honestly would really like to see the Darmanitan, I have to say. Both forms, like for the Zen mode forms, I would really enjoy this one. The Volcanion would be like a mythical Pokemon that's still missing out. I would imagine that the Volcanion is like one of the Pokemon that most likely gonna get released with yeah, Go Fest. But Stephan we just had released, actually that's not updated for this one yet. And otherwise we only have like Pokemon from like the newest generations that are not released yet. For example, of course, all of the ones from generation, I think that's 8 here, that are not released yet because it just skipped generation 8 for whatever reason, went straight to generation 9. Maybe we start with generation 8 this yeah, season, we don't really know about it. But if we're gonna start with generation 8 here, this would be really cool. Like this Pokemon here, Carkol and the Colossal, have great stats for PvP. Same typing as the Pokemon Magcargo, so that's kind of interesting. Centiskorch would be also kind of funny. Scavallion, I could actually see Scavallion, I feel like. Scavallion does make a little bit of sense. But yeah, Scavallion, I feel like, is actually the one that makes the most amount of sense out of them all, but maybe you see like one of the other ones as well here. That's just the Fire-type Pokemon that are currently not available yet. We have the June Community Day. We made a video about this yesterday. Very likely they're going to release in the next few days as well, like the official information towards like June Community Day and what kind of move or slash like Gumi they're gonna get. We're going to have the June Community Day Classic, which is going to be Typhlosion and also Cyndaquil, of course, which is not too exciting, but what I hope that we see with those classic ones is that maybe also the Hisuian forms would get the signature move of Blast Burn again. I could see that this is kind of the way that they want to go about it. And hopefully we're gonna get Hisuian Typhlosion with the move Blastbin in this event. That would be kind of cool. 8th anniversary party for Pokemon Go usually has a lot of costume Pokemon, but they are not really, yeah, usually it's a bad event. Like usually the anniversary events are kind of horrible, so not too excited for those ones. But then we're going to have the Elite Raid weekend there for, like, it's actually just 1 day, Elite Raid Mega Rayquaza. So what this means is you only have at certain gyms, at certain times, which you see here at like 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 5 p.m., and 6 p.m., Raid eggs popping up, which you already see like a day earlier, where you're going to be able to get Mega Rayquaza raids in. So there is no hardcore Mega Rayquaza hunting with this, because you're very limited in terms of the time zone it is like on, because you only have like 4 hours basically where those can spawn. And also it's only going to be, I think, those yeah, gyms that are in parks, and that's basically it for this one. So Elite Raids are very limited. I don't really like the choice of putting Elite Raids for Mega Rayquaza. Personally, I don't really care too much, to be fair. I have my Rayquaza build, already have enough of the Mega Evolution thingy, so but I guess like keeping this a little bit more special does make a lot of sense as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one here for sure. And the final one is going to be the Spotlight Hours. And here we're going to have some special ones as well. And here, by the way, Rock'n'Roller is during the Seeking Cave thingy there, whatever, or Cove thingy, I don't actually know, event there. So June 18th, going to be double evolution XP, so that's going to be interesting. But the one that's really interesting is just the one on the right side. Maralul is one of the Pokemon that give you 500 Stardust for catching it. And so you double the Stardust as well, so you have 1000 per catch, plus then you can put the Star Piece on, and you have like 1500 per catch. This is like one that you have to do anyway. Otherwise, you're going to see here as well a graphic again from Galax, which is, yeah, always like the best graphics for you to see everything in a direct view here. So definitely check him out as well on Twitter. Here for June in Pokemon Go, we see like also everything basically towards it. Like you can read this as well. Like it's basically all that I just said anyway. So hopefully you enjoy this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the events, and I see you then.